pair of Trump cabinet officials just melted down on camera over a question about Trump's interference in Venezuela. In case you need an eye roll or laugh, and let's be honest, of course you do, stay tuned. These two don't look so much like world conquerors as they do Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and somehow that's an insult to Wonderland. Apologies. This is the David Reddish Show. Welcome to the David Reddish Show. I'm your titular host. Still stinging over my broken phone. See our other videos for more on that mess, or to donate to my replacement fund, follow the Ko-Fi link in the description. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Donald Trump and his winged monkeys have set the world on edge, and somehow that's an insult to monkeys and anything with wings. I speak, of course, of Donald Trump's kidnapping of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, and Trump's assertion that the United States is ruling Venezuela, which is not true. Trump left the Maduro regime in place and refuses to help the rightly elected government of Venezuela, including Maduro's nemesis and Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Machado, because, get this, Machado won the Nobel Prize over Trump. But not to worry, we're getting plenty of oil out of it. Take a look at where things stand.
This morning, reports that the Venezuelan government and its armed militias are cracking down on dissent, trying to hold on to power after the capture of Nicolas Maduro. The interior minister vowing revenge against the U.S., seen here wearing protective gear, posing with armed security forces, and marching in a pro-government rally yesterday. Paramilitary groups are on patrol, reportedly checking phones and social media posts.
We have seen extraordinary scenes of defiance on the streets of Caracas. The security forces, paramilitary out on the streets chanting, loyalty always, traitors never. We hear that they've been ordered to find people who they believe may have helped the United States in that operation to extract Maduro.
And now, new details about President Trump's plan for Venezuela and its interim president, Delcy Rodriguez. Sources say the U.S. is demanding Venezuela cut economic ties with Russia, China, and Iran and partner exclusively with the U.S. on oil production. President Trump already announcing Venezuela will turn over 30 to 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil. Trump saying that money will be controlled by me to ensure it is used to benefit the people of Venezuela and the United States.
And if that disgusts you, if memories of the disaster of the Iraq War echo a little too loud in the memory, stick around. The good news is these twits make the Bush administration look like military geniuses. In the days since the apprehension of Maduro, and with Trump now claiming that he will annex Greenland next, anxiety in the United States is growing among the citizenry. Of course, the Iraq War devastated that nation, destabilized the region, and had a huge human and financial cost. And ultimately, little was gained from it. Naturally, then, those of us who remember the Iraq War or have even a rudimentary knowledge of world affairs are starting to wonder, how much will this operation in Venezuela cost us? With American companies set to take over Venezuela's oil industry, and we'll see how far they actually get with that, how are the companies profiting from this operation repaying American taxpayers? These are reasonable questions, right? Well, not according to two Trump cabinet officials. I speak of Secretary of Defense Drinky Pete Hegseth and moistened Disneyland animatronic Marco Rubio, who also might be a male-functioning animatronic, but never mind. Today, during a joint press conference, the pair had a full-on meltdown when asked about the cost of American intervention in Venezuela. Take a look.
Conducting activity. Yeah. That's what the Navy does.
Yeah. No, I want to emphasize that. Question from CNN. The question's never asked how much does it cost when they're in the Mediterranean or the Red Sea or the Indian Ocean or the Pacific. But now that they're in our hemisphere on a counter-cartel mission or ensuring that an indicted individual comes to justice, now you're asking the question of cost. It's a disingenuous question to begin with. You're trying to find any angle possible to undermine the success of one of the most historic military missions the world has ever seen. The level of sophistication that Senate just was briefed on and the House was briefed on, a classified level, is something only the United States of America can accomplish. The world is taking notice of that. Certainly Venezuela is taking notice of that. And it continues because two oil tankers, two overnight, were seized by the United States of America, stateless or sanctioned, because the oil blockade, the quarantine of oil out of unsanctioned or stateless vessels continues. That leverage will continue as Secretary Rubio outlined. So our military is prepared to continue this. As he said, the president, when he speaks, he means it. He's not messing around. We are an administration of action to advance our interests, and that is on full display. We're happy to brief the House and the Senate. We have nothing to hide.
Feeling better yet? Wasn't that just a world-class explanation? Of course, Rubio, and in particular Hegseth, only care about how they look on social media. I'm tempted to make a 6'7" joke here, but we all know both of these guys are well below 6. Think about it. Let's move on. Clearly, neither has considered the cost of the raid that apprehended Maduro, or what potential occupation or the current military blockade of Venezuela will cost us. It's also not clear if, at all, the American people benefit from it. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't trust these two to win a game of Risk, let alone occupy Venezuela or try to invade Greenland. And does that make you feel safe? Does that make you feel confident in our military capability? The pair, and their orange, possibly syphilitic boss, may think they have scored a major foreign policy win, but they are in for a rude awakening. The world won't stand for this, and more importantly, neither will the American people. Personally, I think it's time to send the Trump administration a message. Regime change starts at home. I'm David Reddish.